Hey guys, so I was thinking I wanted to do a tag, and I just found a random tag called the 50 Questions You've Never Been Asked YouTube tag. So I'm gonna do that. This is gonna be fun. I'm excited. This is gonna be fun. So if I look at my phone a lot, I'm sorry. This is how I get into questions. All right. The first question is, what's your favorite candle scent? I don't like candles very much. That's not a thing I like very much. But one of my favorite scents is, I don't know, I'm weird. I love the smell of like basement. I don't know why, but that's one of my favorite smells. Don't know why. All right. The second question of this tag is, what female celebrity do you wish was your sister? Taylor Swift, obviously. That's because she's my favorite singer, and I love her so much. Yeah. The third is, what male celebrity do you wish was your brother? I don't know, really. I'm just gonna go with Shawn Mendes. Four. How old do you think you will be when you get married? I don't know. Probably in my late 20s or early 30s. Do you know a hoarder? That's the next question. Do I know a hoarder? Yeah, my grandma's a hoarder. She's really a hoarder. I don't know. Can you do a split? Can I do a split? No, but I'm really close to one. I'm really close. I'll show you. But not right now. I'm not showing you right now because I'm too lazy. Something just fell. Okay, it wasn't important. It was just paper. We're good. Alright. Okay, the next question is, how old were you when you learned to ride a bike? I'm pretty sure I was 10 when I learned to ride a bike. And funny story, that's because my neighbors, who are my friends, obviously, we went on like this bike ride, and I didn't know how to ride a bike then, so I rode my scooter, and it was a little Barbie scooter. Come on, I was like 10. I loved Barbie dolls when I was 10. So this is really funny. It's not going to sound funny, but it's really funny. This is like literally the reason I learned to ride a bike. So basically, we were like going to Dairy Queen because there's a Dairy Queen by my house, and and I'm like, okay, there's like, the roads are like the little black pavement roads that are like concrete. I mean, they're obviously concrete, but this one had a lot of potholes, and I was riding up it, and I fell because the scooter, the wheels were so small, they caught onto the pothole, and I fell, and I literally, my knee started bleeding really badly. Like, it opened so huge. Like, I mean, it was like a lot of blood, and it's like, I still have a scar on my knee from it. Because, I mean, come on. And it looks like a horseshoe. The scar looks like a horseshoe, not the scooter. Okay, but that's literally why I learned to ride a bike. Oh, and funny story, we were right outside of Walgreens, but my mom did not have any money, so she couldn't buy me a Band-Aid. So we sat outside Walgreens in the grass, and my knee was like bleeding, and it was like a half hour. I don't know, but that was just the reason why I learned to ride a bike. Alright, let's get into the next question. 8. How many oceans have you swam in? I've swam, I don't know. I don't know what the one like on the west coast is called, and I have no idea what the one on the east coast is called. I don't know. But I've swum in the west coast and east coast one. So 9. How many countries have you been in? Been to? I've only been to the United States. I don't have a passport, and I can't get a passport until I'm 18 because my dad would never sign for one. 10. Is anyone in your family in the army? Not that I know, but I think my great uncle served in Vietnam. No idea though. 11. What would you name your daughter if you had one? Oh my gosh. I think about this a lot. Okay, I would probably name it Taylor, Allison, or Taylor or Allison. I don't know. I just love the names Taylor and Allison. Or maybe I would name it like, I don't know. I don't know. I would probably name it after a fictional character. Maybe I would name it Meredith or Arizona. I have no idea. Just one of those 4 names, probably. What would you name your son if you had one? Yet again, Taylor, because that's a gender-neutral name. And also, I would probably, and maybe I would name it. That's it that I can think of. What? Or maybe Alexander. I like that name. What was your favorite TV show when you were a child? Oh, I loved House of Anubis. That was like my favorite show when I was like a little kid. And I also loved Life with Derek. And literally The Sweet Life. And like anything on Disney or Nickelodeon in the early 2000s. My cat looks around. That's my cat. If you hear meowing, that's my cat. Oh, wait. Oh. What did you dress up for Halloween when you were 8? I have no idea. Probably a princess. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was a princess when I was 8 for Halloween. Have you read any of the Harry Potter, Hunger Games, or Twilight series? I've read all the Hunger Games books. I love the Hunger Games. Would you rather have an American accent or British accent? I mean, I'm American, if you can't tell. I would love to be British. That'd be fun. Did my mother go to college? Yeah, she did. My grandparents are still married on my mom's side, but on my dad's side, my grandma is a widow. 20. Have I ever taken karate lessons? No. 21. Do you know who Kermit the Frog is? Yes, I do. 22. First amusement park I've been to. Probably Kennywood Park in Pittsburgh. What language do I know besides the one I'm fluent? Besides my native language, what would I like to be fluent in? I'd only know English. That sounds crazy, but I only know English. I would like to know Spanish and French. And I'd like to be fluent in both of those. Do you spell the color as G-R-E-Y or G-R-A-Y? Because I watch Grey's Anatomy, I spell it as G-R-E-Y mostly. But I mean, since I'm American, I spell it as G-R-A-Y. Do I know triplets? One of my internet friends is a triplet, so I guess. Do you prefer the Titanic or the Notebook? Probably the Notebook. Have I ever been? Oh, what's the name of your favorite restaurant? Macaroni Grill. That's the bomb. Have you ever been to Olive Gardens? I mean, Olive Garden. Oh my god. Yes. I'm practically married to Olive Garden. Like on Twitter, I asked them to marry me, and they said yes. So yeah, I love Olive Garden. It's my favorite. Do you belong into any warehouse stores? My dad is a member of Sam's Club, so. What would your parents have named you if you were the opposite gender? I have no idea, but I know they wanted to name me Paige at one point because they worked for a newspaper, and that's how they met. If you have a nickname, what is it? Okay. My nickname, this is going to sound weird, but my nickname is Sama. That's my nickname. Who's your favorite person in the whole world? Taylor Swift. Would you rather live in a rural area or in the suburbs? Suburbs. I love the suburbs. I live in the suburbs. Can I whistle? No, I can't whistle. I do not sleep with a nightlight. 38. Do you have breakfast every morning? No. Because sometimes I get up at like noon, and you don't eat breakfast at noon. 39. Do you take any medication daily? Yes, I do. At night, I take medicine. And 40. What medical conditions do you have? I have. Oh my god. I mean, mentally, I have anxiety, depression, ADHD, long QT. I don't know. That's really it I can think of. Oh, and I'm autistic. High functioning autistic. How many times have you been to the hospital? I have never been to the hospital. I've never been to a hospital. I mean, I've been inside of them for like doctor's appointments and stuff, and to see other people. So I mean, if seeing other people and like doctor appointment, that would be Friday, because I saw my step nephew in the hospital on Friday. So I got to meet my little stuffed nephew because he was born. And he's so cute. But I've never like been inside the hospital myself. I've been in the hospital for doctor's appointments, but I've never been like overnighted. And I've also done outpatient therapy. That's it. Have you ever seen Finding Nemo? Yes, Finding Nemo was my childhood. Where do you buy your jeans? I don't wear jeans. But I buy most of my clothes at Ross and Target and Walmart. What's the last compliment you got? I can't remember. 45. Do you usually remember your dreams in the morning? No. But I do if they're like really interesting. I don't know. It's weird. 46. What flavor of tea do you enjoy? I don't know, just regular tea. Don't know there's different flavors. 47. How many pairs of shoes do you currently own? I have no idea. I wouldn't count. 48. What religion will you raise your children to practice? I'd let them have any religion. I wouldn't care because I'm religious, but I'm not really super religious. But I mean, I'm not like super duper religious, but that's like I do believe in like God and stuff, but I'm not super religious. I'm not like really religious. Oh, my phone just did a weird thing. Why is my phone being weird? I'm sorry, but my phone is being weird. So. Alright, we're back. Okay. 49. How old were you when you found out Santa wasn't real? I probably was like 10. I don't know, but I gotta kind of like fake believe because my stepsister is 8 and she still believes, so I don't want to ruin the magic for her. 50. Why do you have a Tumblr? I'm not gonna answer that. I have a Tumblr to like fangirl. Yeah, that's it. So that was all 50 questions of that tag, and that was the. Let me check what that tag was called. I don't remember. The 50 questions? Probably not. Maybe we'll see. Oh, my cat left. And that was the 50 questions you've never been asked to tag. And who do I tag? I tag all of you. Have fun answering these questions. They were fun to answer. And if you're all tagged, bye!